In this podcast episode, the hosts sit down with Brianna Wu, a prominent figure in the Democratic Party and a vocal advocate for progressive issues. The conversation delves into the recent electoral losses faced by the Democrats, the implications of identity politics, and the need for a more authentic political discourse. Throughout the discussion, Wu provides her insights on various topics, shedding light on the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead for the party. Wu begins by reflecting on the recent electoral losses for the Democratic Party, emphasizing the disconnect between the party's leadership and the sentiments of the electorate. She argues that many within the party were operating under the illusion that they would win, despite clear signs to the contrary. Wu points out that the Democrats failed to listen to the concerns of working-class voters, particularly those from minority communities, who felt alienated by the party's focus on identity politics. This disconnect, she argues, has led to a significant loss of trust and support among key demographics. The conversation shifts to the broader implications of this electoral defeat. Wu expresses concern that the Democratic Party has not learned from its mistakes, suggesting that the party's leadership remains entrenched in a bubble of elitism. She believes that until the party acknowledges its failures and takes accountability, it will continue to struggle in future elections. A significant portion of the discussion revolves around the impact of identity politics on the Democratic Party's electoral performance. Wu argues that the party's reliance on identity-based messaging has alienated many voters who feel that their concerns are being overshadowed by a focus on race and gender. She contends that this approach has created a perception of elitism within the party, leading to a backlash from working-class voters who feel ignored. Wu emphasizes that the Democratic Party must move away from a purely identity-driven narrative and instead focus on issues that resonate with everyday Americans. She believes that the party's current trajectory is unsustainable and that a shift towards a more inclusive and substantive dialogue is necessary. By addressing the real concerns of voters, Wu argues, the party can rebuild its coalition and regain lost ground in future elections. The conversation also touches on the issue of authenticity in political discourse. Wu highlights the stark contrast between Donald Trump's straightforward, albeit controversial, communication style and the often scripted and focus-grouped messaging of Democratic leaders. She argues that this authenticity gap has contributed to the party's struggles, as voters increasingly seek genuine connections with their representatives. Wu believes that the Democratic Party must embrace a more authentic approach to communication, one that resonates with the lived experiences of ordinary Americans. By moving away from rehearsed talking points and engaging in honest conversations, the party can foster a sense of trust and connection with voters. As the discussion progresses, Wu addresses the role of leadership within the Democratic Party. She expresses frustration with the party's current leadership, which she perceives as out of touch with the needs and desires of the electorate. Wu argues that the party must cultivate new, younger leaders who can bring fresh perspectives and ideas to the table. Wu's call for new leadership reflects a broader sentiment among many Democrats who feel that the party's current leadership is not equipped to navigate the challenges of the modern political landscape. She emphasizes the importance of fostering a diverse range of voices within the party, particularly those from marginalized communities. By empowering new leaders, Wu believes the Democratic Party can better connect with voters and address the pressing issues facing the nation. The conversation takes a deeper dive into the phenomenon of Trumpism and its implications for the Democratic Party. Wu acknowledges that while many voters may not support Trump personally, they are drawn to his message of authenticity and strength. She argues that the Democratic Party must confront the reality that a significant portion of the electorate is willing to overlook Trump's flaws in favor of his perceived effectiveness. Wu emphasizes that the party must learn from this dynamic and find ways to appeal to voters who feel disillusioned with traditional politics. She believes that by addressing the concerns of working-class Americans and offering tangible solutions, the Democratic Party can counter the allure of Trumpism. Throughout the discussion, Wu stresses the importance of accountability within the Democratic Party. She argues that the party must take a hard look at its past actions and decisions, particularly in relation to identity politics and messaging. Wu believes that without accountability, the party risks repeating the same mistakes that led to its recent electoral losses. Wu's call for accountability resonates with many Democrats who feel that the party has become disconnected from its core values. She emphasizes that acknowledging past failures is essential for rebuilding trust with voters and moving forward. By taking responsibility for its actions, Wu argues the Democratic Party can begin to forge a new path that aligns with the needs and desires of the American people. As the conversation draws to a close, Wu reflects on the future of the Democratic Party. She expresses cautious optimism, believing that there is an opportunity for the party to regroup and refocus its efforts. Wu emphasizes the need for a renewed commitment to addressing the concerns of working-class Americans and fostering a more inclusive political environment. Wu's vision for the future of the Democratic Party is one that prioritizes authenticity, accountability, and a genuine connection with voters. She believes that by embracing these principles, the party can rebuild its coalition and regain the trust of the American people. A recurring theme in Wu's discussion is the importance of open dialogue and constructive conversation. She emphasizes that the Democratic Party must engage with voters across the political spectrum, including those who may hold differing views. Wu believes that fostering a culture of dialogue is essential for bridging divides and finding common ground. Wu's commitment to dialogue reflects a broader desire for a more civil and respectful political discourse. She argues that by engaging in meaningful conversations, the Democratic Party can better understand the concerns of voters and develop policies that resonate with their needs. The conversation also touches on the role of media in shaping public perception and political discourse. Wu argues that the media landscape has changed significantly in recent years, with traditional outlets losing influence and new platforms emerging. She believes that the Democratic Party must adapt to this changing landscape and find ways to effectively communicate its message to a diverse audience. Wu's insights into the media's role highlight the need for the Democratic Party to embrace innovative communication strategies. By leveraging new platforms and engaging with audiences in creative ways, the party can reach voters who may not be reached through traditional channels. As the podcast concludes, Wu acknowledges the challenges that lie ahead for the Democratic Party. She recognizes that reforming the party will not be easy, particularly given the entrenched interests and ideologies that exist within its ranks. However, Wu remains hopeful that with the right leadership and a commitment to change, the party can emerge stronger and more united. Wu's reflections on the challenges of reform resonate with many Democrats who are eager for change but uncertain about the path forward. She emphasizes that the party must be willing to confront its shortcomings and take bold steps towards a more inclusive and effective political platform.